It's lit. I'm fairly
Trying to pull up.
Look. I don't give a fuck. Oh, I tell you, bitch, all here. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, shit, my girl.
They go,
Nigga, I don't give a fuck.
oh.
I just want to get to work, though. I told her that.
For real?
Nigga, I said, I can we go to a party? She said, wow. I was like, nigga, I just want to get to work. She said, this nigga said, hey, what you get to work? I was like, yeah. I don't care.
Who's waiting?
I want some pussy lips on my dick.
There you
Up and down.
Where do you put your car or personal stuff when deployed? I take it all back home. So you get what's called pre-deployment leave. And yeah, it's called pre-deployment leave. You get to go back home for like a certain amount of days, and that's when you would take all your stuff back home. So that's what I do. But they also offer places you can leave it on base. Yo, so how do you get your car to deployment? You can't take your car on deployment, but like I said, you can take it back home before you deploy. And then when you get back off deployment, you get to go back home again. So then you just drive it back to base. Burnt toast. What a name. Veronica, how are the most common exercises? Oh, what? My bad. Jesus Christ. What are the most common exercises in boot camp? High knees, plank, push-ups, jumping jacks, pull-ups, crunches. Yeah. What's the best MOS if you're trying to become a cop once you get out? Yeah, 0311, MP. I mean, yeah, MP would like directly correlate to that, but 0311 you'll get the same skills. When's your next deployment? Supposed to deploy in August. Where you stationed? Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Jordan Harding asks, do combat engineers go with infantrymen or with infantry units on deployments? Yes, they do. Greg, I'm seriously contemplating changing my badass O3 contract for aircrew. I definitely do aircrew. Kobe, does infantry make you an official badass in the Marine Corps? No. The way you carry yourself and your performance makes you a badass, I would say. Let's see. Walker, is graduating the top of a significant or actual thing at boot camp elsewhere? Yeah. You get every like Marine Corps school you go to, you can graduate at the top of your class and you always get some kind of like accommodation. So you're either get an award or, something like that. What kind of YouTube videos will you make when you're done with the Marines? I make videos of whatever I'm doing currently. So if it's like college, whatever I'm going to college for, I might do videos on how to actually make and start up a YouTube channel. I might do still Marine stuff because there's still a lot of Marine stuff you can talk about. So see, Chase Spencer, yo, I'm looking for a good war series to watch. What should I watch and what's streaming? Yes. So like you said, the Pacific is really good. Generation Kill is really good. Yeah, those two are probably my favorite like TV shows. Wizard Boy 4. Wizard _ Boy 4. How do you get stationed where you want? It's wherever the Marine Corps wants you to go. Amanda and Nikki, do you have to be an MP before a security guard? You have to do that?
Is it what?
They asked, do you have to be an MP first before you can be a security guard? I don't think you necessarily have to do that first.
No. If anything, it'd be the opposite.
Yeah. Destiny Allen, what's your rank? I'm a Lance Corporal. How often do Marines drink? Like every night or weekends only? Some Marines drink every single day, no matter what. Some people just wait for the weekends, but yeah, most of the time people drink every single day. Jeremy, do field artillery forward observers work with infantry? Yes. FOs can be used everywhere. So, what kind of YouTube videos are you? All right, that one. Rick, how often do you travel? Last World Cup, I traveled a lot. I was always in like Virginia or where else we go?
Said what?
What places did we go? Last deployment, like traveling wise?
Last deployment.
Yeah, it was like work up. So we went to Virginia. We went to Virginia twice, and then we like get on ship, and then on actual deployment, we went to a whole bunch of countries. Let's see. I'm joining as an 0311. I want to kill them motherfucking Hajis. I don't give a fuck. Them pussies. Let's see. Phase. Have you been sent to a combat zone? No. Haven't been sent to a directly combat zone. How is MOS 0331? A machine gunner? You're gonna get freaking. You're gonna be tired carrying a machine gun, but I guess you get to shoot a machine gun, so that's pretty cool. What's your motivation to join? What was my motivation to join? I wanted to get away from home. I wanted to travel. I wanted stable paycheck. I wanted to ultimately go to war, but I'm probably not gonna get the opportunity to. But that was my motivation, and I wanted to get out of my environment. I wanted something new. Cope is dope. Do you enjoy the Marine Corps? I enjoy the Marine Corps. Do I enjoy my job? No. Thoughts on air traffic controller, MOS, and Marines? I definitely say do that because it's not only be a cool job in the Marine Corps, but it's going to set you up for after the Marine Corps. Apollo, what do you do on an average field day? Average field day, you literally clean every little spot in your room. What do you plan to do after the Marines? I plan on going to college. I don't know. I might go to another branch. I'm not for sure yet, but right now I plan on going to college for real estate, maybe marketing, or something like that, and then continue doing YouTube. Hey, can I join at 17? Yep, I joined when I was 17. You just have to have your parents sign a waiver. Jeremy, so do you think FO is a good job? Yeah. Sometimes I even get to FO. It's a pretty cool job. You get to control where rounds get to hit. So, what advice do you have? Elizabeth asked, what advice do you have for a female who wants to join the Marines? Don't think of yourself less than the guy Marines, because I've seen some females perform better than some guys. So just come in thinking like you're going to be the best, no matter what gender. Don't let your gender hold you back, or don't feel like you're different or anything. So, can you fail boot camp? Yes, you can fail, but it's really hard to fail. You have to want to fail and try to fail boot camp. Why did you choose the Marines? My family history was like Marines, so I've had a lot of people go in the Marine Corps, so it was kind of like a family thing. But I also didn't want to go to other branches because I felt like they weren't as good and as as professional as the Marine Corps, so that's why I went to the Marine Corps. Is it normal to want to join the Marines for the sole purpose of wanting to see war? Yeah, some people do it. It is pretty normal. Stephen G, where do most boots get stationed? Wherever their MOS is needed. So Destiny Allen, was the Marines the only branch you thought about joining? No, I thought about joining the Army, but I didn't actually pursue it. I never talked to an Army recruiter. I only talked to a Marine recruiter. What job do you have? I'm an 0341, which is a mortarman. What is your least favorite experience in the Marine Corps? Being a boot. That was my least favorite. That shit sucked. Why join another branch? Just to get away from the Marine Corps. I want something new other than the Marine Corps. So if I join another branch, I'm either going to join the Army or the Air Force. I want to go infantry, but I'm pretty skinny dude. Will the recruiters be sus about it? No. It doesn't matter what shape, size you are. You can do any job in the Marine Corps. Does your dorm have a kitchen? It has a sink and a refrigerator and a microwave. That's all you get. But I've seen some barracks that have actual stoves in them. There's some nicer barracks that have stoves and stuff in them. Not actually in your room, but downstairs and stuff. See, Kobe says, I'm going to do 20 years and get out, buy a house. Is that possible? Yep. Would you recommend USMC reserves if you have a family? Yeah, if you don't want to be away from your family, you want to stick around with your family, I definitely do the reserves because you'll be able to stay home still. What countries have you traveled to? I've been to Spain. I've been to Italy. Been to Greece, been to Malta, been to Tunisia, Africa, went to Suez, saw Egypt, was by Iran, was off the coast of Libya, so went to a lot of places. I'm currently Colton says, I'm currently 15 and I plan on graduating a year early and will be 16 in July. Would you recommend talking to a recruiter as soon as I turn 16? Yeah, you can join and then you can join the DEP. So you can be in the DEP for a year. And as soon as you turn 17, you can sign your contract, get your parents to sign your waiver, you can go to boot camp. Dylan Dotson, can you attend SOI or MCT before your 10-day leave is over? No, you get 10 days to like decompress and stuff. So no. Do you know how I can get a waiver for asthma if I didn't have it after the age of 16? If you don't say anything, I'm gonna make a video about MEPS and all this stuff. Actually, this week I'm gonna make it. So if you don't tell anybody anything, they can't find out anything. So you don't need a waiver for asthma if they don't know that you've had asthma or that you have asthma. So Rick, what are the chances of getting stationed in Japan? It's all, like I said, it's all depend on your MOS. Like I know a lot of air traffic people and all that stuff. They get like to go to Japan and all these other like cool duty stations. So it's all depend on your MOS. Jordan Harding, what do Greenside Corpsmen do on base during peacetime? They are here with us. Some corpsmen train with us. Most of them are just in the BAS. So whenever we get sick or we get injured, we go to the Greenside and all that. In the Marines, can you buy your own attachments for your issued weapon? You can buy like foregrips and stuff like that, but you can't like have your own like RCO or anything like that. Chase Spencer, have you ever thought of becoming a SEAL, and can you give any advice? Because I'm kind of looking at it. I thought about going to Special Forces, but that's some pretty intense stuff. Like once you especially if you go to infantry, you'll see what all it takes to do stuff like that. And for you to go to that next level, go to Special Forces, you're gonna see how much you have to like do to get there. What are infantry Marines usually, or where are infantry Marines usually deployed? Any area like Afghan. It's all depending on where your unit is like slotted to go. So some units go to Afghan, some units, like I said, go to Spain. Some units are like on a MU and go many countries. So it just all depends. Adrian, which barracks have cooking stoves? Usually, like the higher end barracks, like the staff NCO barracks, so like staff sergeants that still live in the barracks, they have those higher end like barracks with like stoves and stuff in them. Would you join the Navy? Hell no. Fuck no. How is the MEPS PCAT verification test, bro? I heard it's pretty much the same thing as the ASVAB. So, does the Marine give you a bank account, or can you keep your own? You can keep your own, but I just recommend doing the like military one because it's like usually when you're on deployment, they usually have Navy feds at like some of the duty stations and all the other countries that you go to, and it's just more convenient because those banks are actually out here. So. Let's see. Elite Airsoft. I've heard different reactions about the food. Some say it's the worst they've had. Some say it's good. What's your opinion? The chow hall food, not really bad. It's actually good. MREs are complete garbage. They're trash. Xavier Brown, if you were getting deployed to fight in the Middle East, would you rather be a 0311, 0331, 0351, or 0352, and why? 11s, they're going to see most of the action. So they'll be kicking down doors. 0331s are going to be pretty much doing the same thing. They're going to be like farther back, though. So they're going to be laying down suppression for the 11s to move up to be able to go into the houses and stuff. Mortarmen, it's like another thing. So Mortarmen going to lay down suppression for the 0311s, and 0331s move up. Then then machine gunners are going to lay down suppression. The 11s are going to assault through the objective and clear it out and stuff like that. 0352, what's that? That's CAT, right? 0352. Yeah, CAT. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Running around Humvees and just shooting people. So, oh dang. Okay, let's see. Can you rank immediately E3 with an associate's degree? No, never heard of that. Does every Marine get deployed, or only certain ones? So there's some people that go the Marine Corps career without getting deployed. If you go infantry route, you're guaranteed 2 deployments. Any like other MOS such as like admin or supply or other stuff like that. It just all depends. If you're attached to an infantry unit, then you'll deploy with them. If you're not, then you won't deploy usually. Can you do any job you want if you join at 17? Yeah, it's the same process. It doesn't matter what age you are. You still get to do whatever job you sign up for. Recommend the Armstrong pull-up program for everyone. I've gotten. All right. What do you think of security forces? Most security forces they go and do their security forces, and they come back to us, to the fleet, and they don't know their freaking job, and it really pisses people off because we got to teach them and the new guys their job. So as long as you keep up on your knowledge of your actual MOS while you're doing security forces, I don't see it as a bad job. Is it possible to get corporal after 3 years of service if you deployed? Yeah, I got corporal before my 3-year mark, and then I lost it, but I can pick it back up again before I get out, but I'm not. I'm just trying to get out. Can you buy your own gear? Yeah, you can buy like pouches and stuff for your flak and stuff like that. Can you be a welder in the Marines? Yes. After SOI, MOS, can I go back home for a couple of days before I go to my duty station? No, you go directly there. What does the eye exam consist of? Is it a simple DMV type of test? Yeah, you just like stand at a line, you read letters, and then like they try to see if you're colorblind. What do you think about going security forces, then going force recon? I appreciate the advice. No, if you're gonna go recon, I would definitely go like the infantry route and then go recon, so you can see what it's like to like be doing stuff like that. Would I get a waiver if I've had eye surgery and no, it wasn't LASIK? Like I said about stuff like that, any injuries, any surgeries, as long as you don't tell them, then you don't have to tell them anything. If they don't know already, then don't tell them. What happens if you don't pass your ASVAB? You get to take it again. How would it work to go from infantry to recon? You would try out whenever they have tryouts or something like that. You would go try out for it, and if you make it, you make it. You don't, you just come back to doing your regular job. Is the rules when you can leave base and you can't when you want to? What? I guess you're asking when you can leave base. So you can leave base whenever you're done with work, and on the weekends you can leave base. So I guess that's what you're asking. Do you think you will see combat? I don't know. The war can happen tomorrow. I don't know. I can't tell the future, but we're in peacetime, so most likely not. Do you want to kill Hajis, and are you scared to die? Because I am. I'm not really scared to die. It's part of the job that I signed up for. I don't necessarily just want to kill people. I want to help people like have a better way of life. But no, I'm just not like out here like I don't just want to kill someone. So why not Navy? Because it sucks. I'm telling you, Navy sucks. Jordan Harding, why wouldn't you join the Navy? I'm telling you, just working with the Navy, seeing all the stuff they do, I don't want to go to the Navy. Do you use night vision goggles? I'm most excited for the nighttime missions with goggles. We don't use goggles. We use NVGs. So it's like a night vision device. It's like this thing you pull over, pull down, you hold it. It's like on your Kevlar, and you just look through that. I'm trying to get my GED to join the military. What branch do you suggest? Whatever branch most suits your needs and what you want out of like the military. So whatever suits you best and whatever your heart tells you to go to, that's what I'll go to. Sanchez, what's something you regret or wish to do different before joining? I wish I had to do more research about jobs and picked a better job that would allow, for something when I got out, because I can't really get any jobs being in the infantry when I get out other than like a cop or something like that. So I wish I had to did that. Just definitely put more time and thought into, what I really wanted out of the military a little bit more job-wise. What are your thoughts on being a cook in the Marine Corps? Honestly, they have a pretty skate life. So they don't really do anything, and they get some pretty cool deployments too. So Joseph Long, how is the food at boot camp? It's actually pretty good. Colton, do you know a Kyle Crockett, or I don't know how to freak say it. No, I don't know that person. O'Brien, 0481, do you know anybody in this MOS or met? I don't know what the MOS is, so what is the MOS? Where are you at? I'm in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Let's see. What do you think of the Marine Corps cutting how many recruits they ship in half? And what do you think of the mandatory hold on recruits upon arrival? So what do you think about Marine Corps cutting the Marine Corps is cutting the Marine Corps, like people in the Marine Corps, so they're downsizing the Marine Corps. And what was the other question? What do you think of mandatory hold on recruits upon arrival? Now with the mandatory hold is to screen everybody, make sure they don't have coronavirus. I mean, I think it's pretty necessary because you don't want to get people sick. If you sign an 8-year contract, can you do 4 active, 4 reserve? You can't sign an 8-year contract with your initial, initially joining. The most you can sign for is 6. So, were you convinced that you were going to be sent to combat zone when the whole thing about Iran was happening? So yeah, I was on deployment when the Iran stuff popped off. That's why we were off the coast of Iran. I mean, yeah, sure, they give you the speech of like, all right, boys, this is the time you've been waiting for. But like you're told, don't ever believe anything until you're actually there, like on the ground. So like, yeah, they were telling us like, yeah, you're going, boys. But obviously I didn't get to go. So let's say you're deployed and on patrol. Do you wear hearing protection all the time? I don't personally. No one, I think, just wears hearing protection the whole time. Usually it falls out too when you're running and stuff, but I personally don't. Also, how do you become an embassy guard? That's like a special duty assignment. You have to be in, like you'll get asked, what do you want to do after like a certain amount of time being in, like I think 5 or 4 years. You either can go recruiting duty, go be a drill instructor, or do embassy duty. Why do most infantry guys leave after 4 years? Why do they hate it? Because it's just the way we get treated, like the work we do. It's just not what you really expect it to be. And honestly, like I said, kind of sucks at times, but other times it can be good. Like on deployment, it's not really that bad. But while you're back here training and stuff, it honestly sometimes sucks. But some people like it. So could you get what? Could you get lotion in boot camp? Yeah, you can buy lotion in boot camp. If I joined and I chose welding, well, I get it. Yeah, whatever job you sign for is what you get. I know for the Army, you have to be at least a high school senior to go active duty at 17. Is it the same for the Marines, or can I go active duty at 17 as a junior? You have to graduate high school first. You have to get a GED or a diploma. You can still be 17. So I graduated high school at 17. I got my parents to sign a waiver, and I went to boot camp. What uniform does one graduate in? I graduated in my dress blues. Some people graduate in camis. It just all depends. Do you recommend going to community college before you enlist instead of going straight from high school? It's just all dependent on where you are at, like currently in life. So if you feel like you want to go to college first, then do that. If you feel like you want to go straight into the military, like me personally, I knew if I went to college, I was probably going to party too hard and I was probably going to like lose my scholarship or something like that. So I knew like the military is kind of like my route to go, so I can become a little bit more mature and like kind of set myself up. So that's what I did. How does it work to go from infantry to scout sniper? Same thing. You go to tryout, and if you make it, you make it. You don't, you don't. First, you're gonna join a sniper like platoon first, and then they're gonna like train you and show you stuff before you go to like school for that. Do you think the PCAT is easier than ASVAB? I never took the PCAT. I took the ASVAB. I haven't heard it was easier. I heard it was pretty much the same. Stephen G, what do you think is the best barracks to be stationed at? Me personally, I would think the best duty station would be California, just because California is like such a chill place and cool people, and there's a lot of stuff to do there. That's what I would say is probably the coolest one. Can you go to college while active duty, or how would it work to go from enlisted to officer? So you have the opportunity to go enlisted officer while you're like actually enlisted. You can go to officer school and all that if you have college, if you have that college degree. But going to college while you're in, it's just all dependent on if you have time to do it or not, which is dependent on your MOS. Infantry people, like you have to dedicate all your free time to go to college while you're active duty. Other MOSs, they basically work a 9-to-5 job, so they know what time they're getting off every single day, so they can plan that stuff out more accordingly. And then plus us, we're always in the field, so you're not able to do college classes in the field and stuff like that. So something just really got to look into. Where'd that question go? Do 0311s get respect in the Marines? Yeah, people really don't really fuck with infantry people. How do you pass time during quarantine? Me personally, watch movies, do YouTube, go outside, work out. Honestly, it's really boring. I really want to go out and do something. It's really boring. I'm trying to lose my mind. Chase Spencer, do you know if there is a limit to how many times someone can try out or fail out of Special Forces boot camp? So such thing as Special Forces boot camp. you just go to that school or you go to that actual, like, you just try out for that. I don't know how many times you can fail it. I don't know if there's a limit or not. I don't know the answer to that. Does the infantry get to go to jump school? No. You inspired me to go to the military, and you're my favorite YouTuber. Thanks. I appreciate the support. I'm glad I helped you, make a good life decision. What's a couple things we should know before joining the Marines? This might not be exactly what you want. Marine Corps might not be exactly what you want. It might not be your cup of tea. Another branch might. That's why you need to do as much research as possible. Research the job you want to do, and then research another job. Have a backup plan. Marine Corps is a good place, but at the same time, it sucks. And you got to really think hard and long if you want to, do that for 4 years. If you really want to sign your life away for 4 years, so that's why I recommend. What's your KD ratio on what game? Because in real life, it's like I have a perfect because I haven't killed anybody and I haven't died. Yo, love your videos, bro. Wish you the best. Same to you. Thank you, bro. You a confident and a good speaking person. I wish you were my friend. I love talking to people like you. Thank you. I talked to a recruiter a couple of days ago, and he said that a GED doesn't hold up. Either you have your high school diploma or get 15 college credits to join Marines. Oh, well, I guess they changed it. Because when I went in, you can either have a GED or a high school diploma, but I guess now you have to have that. So, how often do you eat in the chow hall versus make your food or buy food? I try to eat in the chow hall as much as possible because it's already coming out of my paycheck, and I don't want to spend money on food if the chow is already coming out and it's like a buffet, so you get to go up and eat as much as you want, and the food's not bad. So I try to go to chow hall as much as possible. 0481 is helicopter support specialist. Yeah, definitely do that. Definitely stick with that MOS. Do you know Israel something? He's with 2.8 and machine gunner. No, I don't. Hey man, how was the 20K at ITB? It sucks. 20K sucks. Well, so I was a mortarman, so I had to carry mortar gear, but like it does honestly suck. Hey man, what is the fleet life for a boot? Back in the day, it sucked. Now it's not really that bad, but back in the day, yeah, but you're still gonna get like fucked up as a boot. It's just how it's good. It's just how it goes. How do people leave the Marines after only 3 years when minimum is 4 years? The only way you're gonna leave the Marines early is you either got kicked out for like drugs or something like bad as you did, or medically discharged. You're not gonna get out early unless it's something like that. What MOS would you pick, knowing that now coming out of high school? Oh, what I know now. What MOS would you pick? I would do something, like I said, that carries over after you get the Marine Corps. So I would probably have went aviation or something like that. Something I know I'm going to have a good paying job when I get out the Marine Corps. Something that's going to set me up. That's what I would have done if I could redo it. I've heard that being a cook sucks. From your experience, do you think it would suck to be a cook? I mean, sure, you have to work, 3 meals a day. I don't see how it really sucks. You just cook and do stuff like that all day long. You're not going to the field. You're not doing all that stuff. You get to, go on deployment and, just cook. I don't really think it'd be that bad. What do you do when you go to deployment? Do you just stay there and do your job or whatever they assign you? Yeah, so deployment, you're really just chilling. You're on standby, waiting for something like a war to break out, basically. So you're still training. You're still like keeping up on everything you've been doing on your workup and stuff like that. But it's honestly really relaxed. It's pretty chill. You're like playing video games and doing stuff like that. But at the same time, like I said, you're still training and keeping up with like stuff. Did you get hazed as a boot or have any stories of friends getting hazed? Yes, I have friends that got hazed. I got hazed a little bit, but it is what it is. I expected that to happen coming to the Marine Corps. And like with the new generation of people coming to the Marine Corps, they expect not to get fucked up, and it's really annoying because it's like you join the military, you join something that's, especially the infantry, you should be, to kill someone, like if you have to. And like, sure, we like fuck you up a little bit, we make you exercise or do something, and you're crying over it. Like, what are you gonna do when someone's shooting at you? So, where'd that question go? Oh, freak! I lost it. I'm just gonna start. Sorry, guys, I lost the question. I was at. Oh, there we go. Let's say you're shooting and you said you don't wear hearing protection. How do you hear orders? My ears be ringing loud as fuck. So, I mean, I'm a mortarman, so I can't really hear. I was shooting with ear pro. Like, I didn't have ear pro out because I couldn't hear with ear pro in. But, like, I'm just used to doing it. You can still hear. That's why you need to yell. That's why you yell at boot camp. Technically, you yell at boot camp. So when you need to yell, it's already instilled in you to yell. So that's how you still hear it. What's the process to become a combat instructor? You have to, like I said, that's another like special thing. Once you've been in for 4 or 5 years or whatever, doing your same job, you have to take a break for your job and like give back to the Marine Corps. So you can either go be a combat instructor, drill instructor, embassy duty, or recruiter. I've been looking into combat engineer. What do you think about it? I think it's a pretty cool job. They are usually attached to infantry units, so I would do it. How hard do y'all party? I have a lot of party stories. I've done a lot of stuff I probably shouldn't have done, but I have some experiences, and it was a good time. Where do most infantry get stationed? Either North Carolina or California, I would probably say. Is a combat engineer a good MOS? Yes. Do you regret going infantry? Yes. What would you have chosen? I regret going infantry. I would have chosen anything else but infantry, honestly. Probably, like I said, aviation, because I know I would get a good job after. Maybe Intel, because you can also get a job after that, like after Marine Corps, so something like that. Air Force or Marines? So Air Force, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna set you up for being like for after. So is the Marine Corps, but Air Force is usually the place to go to kind of set you up for after you get out of the military. But Marines are like I said, they're the best of the best. So you hear it like if like 2 people come in the room, one was be a Marine and one would be like airman or something, like people are gonna look at the Marine. That's just a fact. If you could choose, or if you could only recommend just one MOS to anyone, what would you recommend? Honestly, aviation, because you get to fly and stuff. Like maybe aviation mechanic, because you get to work on planes. You're learning stuff. You get to fly and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. I like flying. That's my favorite mode of transportation. So I would probably do something like that. And like I said, you're gonna have a really good job when you get out of the Marine Corps. Thoughts on second lieutenants fresh out of college in a command position? Some of them are really fucking stupid and really annoying. Some of them are really good. So yeah. When do you decide to got active duty or reserves? What? You decide to be active duty or reserves when you sign your contract. Did you go to San Diego, Paris Island? Paris Island. What's a B billet? A B billet's like a secondary billet. So like a B billet. Like my primary, like let's say I was going to be a combat instructor. My primary MOS is a 0341, but if I went to go be a combat instructor, that would be my B billet. So it'd be like a secondary billet. Or if I was an MAI, that would be a B billet, I guess you can say. Options on joining with a friend. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Does having college credits help when enlisting? Not unless you're going officer route. No. I'm 26 and want to go infantry. I have 2 kids and a wife. Thoughts? Ooh, you're gonna be away from your family a lot if you go infantry. So I would definitely think about that and make sure like your wife is on board with that. How many times can you fail boot camp? I'm pretty sure if you fail boot camp once, you can't go back. That's why they say you step on these field prints, and all that. You pass through these hatches one time only. So if you don't pass, I'm pretty sure you can't come back. I finally made it to one of your lives. I usually just barely miss it. Well, I'm glad you made it this time. Do they let y'all have PS4s and Xboxes there? Yep. How often do you wear your dress blues? I've only worn my dress blues for an actual Marine Corps event one time. Did you want a B billet? At first, when I was really like psyched about being in the Marine Corps, but honestly, like I said, I'm trying to get out. I'm ready for something new, so not really. So, man, thank you for your service. I have 15 in GDL. Do you think I can still join? I don't even know what that is. Did you get? All right, I missed it. I'm gonna scroll down. How was the peanut butter shot? Peanut butter shot hurts. They give it to you in your ass, and you gotta like it hurts. I'm not gonna lie. Are you gonna change your MOS? No, I'm getting out the Marine Corps. Would the Marine Corps infantry be a good job to be a firefighter when you get out? I mean, you can be a firefighter while you're in the Marine Corps, so just do that. Have you done any boxing in the Marines besides during boot camp? What are your thoughts on boxing? The other time you're gonna fight somebody is McMap, so just do a lot of McMap if you want to beat up somebody. Is a salary Marine Corps worth it? I mean, if you look at it, yeah, you get paid, constantly, like a stable paycheck every 2 weeks. And if you live in the barracks, you really don't pay for anything. So I want to be a guide when I go to boot camp. Is that wise? And what advice would you give? Yeah. So just volunteer for it. You can also get a promotion out of it, being the guide at boot camp. So I definitely would do it. Proud of you for coming up. Thank you. Oh, Jamie Parnell. What? Thanks. Dang, that's crazy. How are you, Jamie? That's crazy. Can you join after jaw surgery? Mine was 5 years ago. Like I said, don't ask, don't tell. If they don't ask, don't tell them anything that's gonna, maybe affect it. Can you go to college after doing 4 years of being a Marine? Can you go to college after just doing 4 years? Yeah, you can use your GI Bill and go to college. Can you explain enlisted and officer? Enlisted is like the hands-on people. We're actually doing the job. The officers behind the scenes. They're doing paperwork. They're doing logistical stuff. So I mean, some officers get down and dirty with you, but the enlisted is if you're really trying to do something and do stuff, then I would go enlisted. Are you able to switch your MOS after your contract is up? Yes. Promise. This is my last question. Do you know anybody in 0481 helicopter support specialist? I really want to do this after college. I don't know anybody personally, but like I said, that's a pretty cool job. And like I said, that's going to set you up for after you get out. You're going to have a job for sure after you get out of the Marine Corps. That's going to look really good on your resume. So I definitely say go for it. What does the Navy do that you don't like? It's just the way they act. They're just really, some of them are really freaking stupid. I really just don't like the Navy. It's just because my last deployment, I was on a ship with them for 7.5 months, and I just don't like the Navy. This is random, but what's your favorite Star Wars movie? What is it? The Last Jedi? The one where Anakin dies? I think that's the third one, or The Last Jedi. Do you think that a different branch other than Marines is better to do college with? You get the same kind of things with that across the board. What's your unit? I'm in 1-2. Can you join with the lazy eye? Can you join with the lazy eye? Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't. If I have a severe peanut allergy, can I still join? Yes. After infantry, what's a job you recommend? And do you think a mechanic is a good job? Yeah, be a mechanic. Just do that. Do you know anybody under 5'7" in the Marine Corps? Yeah. If they do they get treated differently? No. I'm 5'7.5". That's the average height of most guys is 5'7", 5'8". Is it better to go National Guard, Army for college, or enlist active duty for 4 years? It just all depends. Do you want to be home? If you want to be home, then be reserves and go to college. If not, then if you want to travel and do other stuff, go enlisted. How often are you gonna deploy on a ship? I just got lucky and just got assigned to a MEU for my first deployment, so that's why I went there. Top 5 favorite artists, rappers, or what kind of music do you like? I like all kind of music. Top 5 artists. I don't know. I don't know. When are you gonna do the party stories video? I can do that one with my boys. I'm doing good. My little question is, what do you think is true? Young guys in the military try to get married early for money reasons. Yeah, that happens a lot. That honestly does. People do try to get that for the extra money. People try to do contract marriages and stuff like that just for that extra money. And even I don't think that's right. You should marry somebody because you like somebody and you love someone, not for money. How long you in the Marines? I've been in for almost 3 years now. I have a 4-year contract. Thanks for your time. What do you know? Is my bad? Is administration look down on the Marines? No, we just joke around with them, call them pogues because they don't really do anything. At least the infantry side, we joke around with them. What do you know about Scout Sniper MOS and how do you join? Like I said earlier, Scout Sniper, you get the trial for it. You'll join the sniper platoon in your unit, and then you'll go trial. They'll send you to school, and if you make it, you make it. You don't, you don't. You come back to your unit and just keep doing your same job. When you're on leave, do people respect you? Yeah, people I've had people pay for my food, not I didn't know they paid for it. Someone I went to go pay for my food, someone's like, yeah, they already paid for it because I had a Marine shirt on and stuff like that. So yeah, people respect you a lot just being in the military in general. But people just look at Marines differently and hold Marines to that higher standard. So yeah. What was the worst part in boot camp? Just the first 2 weeks is just the initial culture shock. It's you're not used to it, and I would say that really sucks. You don't get that much sleep and stuff. When you're on leave, do girls get haircuts at boot camp? I'm not for sure. I know they have to have the hair in a bun and stuff like that. So, what branch has the best bases? Air Force, hands down. Can I shave down there at boot camp? I mean, I guess if you want. I've never seen anybody do it. Does JRTC help when you first join the Marines? It gets you promoted. It makes you a contract PFC. Can you explain what a combat engineer does? They do breaches, so they like open up like pathways, doorways, stuff like that. What's the closest you have got to a firefight? The closest I've got to a firefight is not while in the military. I also didn't have a gun when I got shot at here in North Carolina, actually. So it was not fun. It was close up. I got to die. I was sitting in the car and someone just came up and started shooting. What color belt did you earn in McMap? So I'm a black belt. I'm done with McMap. What do you think is the height of the tallest guy you know in the Corps? I'm a tall guy and I'm interested. Probably like 6'10", 6'11". Would you recommend running cadences for boot camp? No. Do you think infantry assault Marines is a good job? Yeah. Well, infantry. Just do some research. Can you get promoted fast in the Marines? It's all based on your performance. If you're interested in the medical field, what branch should you join? I would say Army or Navy. If you could go back and pick a different infantry job, what would it be? I initially wanted to be an 11, but honestly, I lucked out becoming a mortarman because I don't do that much in the field. I get to kind of do my own thing and chillax, and like I'm just in the rear. So honestly, I would still pick a mortarman. It's a pretty nice job to have. If I'm an actual boxer, will they let me box? Yeah, that's a boxing team, so you can join a boxing team for the Marine Corps. Which do you think is worse, OC spray or taser? Ooh, I haven't been tased or OC spray, but I hear OC spray is the worst thing on earth. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna do this last question. Do you still hum your Marine cadences to yourself when you're bored? Honestly, I do. I still love hearing cadences. I still love it. It still motivates me to this day. It's really nice, and I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I do. But guys, let me know if y'all liking the lives on YouTube. Is it helping? If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure to follow me on Instagram. It's at Trell_the_great. So at Trell_the_great. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure to go follow me on Instagram. Let me know in the comments if y'all want me to go live. Keep going live here on YouTube, or just go live on my Instagram. I really need to know. I really want to know which one's best for y'all, what helps y'all out the most, and also in the comments, let me know if this is actually helping you, if this is doing something for you guys. So, yeah, guys, I hope y'all have a great night. Make sure y'all staying safe with this COVID-19. Try to keep sane. Try to keep your mind active. Make sure you're working out. Make sure you're studying some knowledge. Make sure you're doing all that stuff to help you out for boot camp, guys. I appreciate all the support, guys. Thanks for watching, guys.